Hi, I'm Jason Rosenfeld from Scenic Labs, the makers of the MediaLight, and I wanted just to post a short video to show how the different parts, well, first to show what the parts of the light are, and then just to show how they all fit together. So I'm just going to empty this box here. Inside you will find there are 4 separate light strips for the quad. If you bought one of our single strips, whether the Eclipse or the MediaLight 1, there will be 1 strip inside. The quad also includes a 4-way splitter. I will show how that works. And also inside the box are some wire clips and a USB combination switch and USB plug. Just to show you how it all works, first I will open up the bag that contains the dimmer module and the remote control. The dimmer module says LED controller on it, and you'll see there are 2 wires, one with a female DC adapter and one with a male adapter. This other extra piece here is an infrared receiver, and this should be placed close to the edge of the TV after installation. It doesn't have to be protruding where you'd actually see it, but it should at least be able to pick up reflected light off the wall behind the TV. So the way that you connect this actually is you take the combination USB switch with the plug, and you connect the male plug on the switch to the female plug on the infrared dimmer, on the dimmer module. Then I take the remote control and I remove the plastic strip which is there to insulate the battery so it doesn't deplete during shipping. And then if I had a single strip light, my next step would be just to take one of the strips and connect it directly to the dimmer module. So you would have USB, dimmer module, and then the light switch, the light strip, and it does plug in all the way. But because this is the quad, and I've separated this here into the long strips and the short strips, the long strips you can usually tell because they're quite a bit thicker when they're wrapped around. I take the male plug and I connect it to the female. The male plug from the dimmer connects to the female plug for the 4-way splitter, and then there are 4 male plugs on the 4-way splitter. Again, if you have a single strip, you won't have this component. These male plugs all connect to the female DC plug, the barrel adapter, on the LED strips. So I'm connecting that now. I have one more here. We include an AC adapter, a 2 amp 5 volt AC adapter in the box. It's UL listed. If your television is equipped with a USB 2.0 for our single strip or for the Eclipse, you can use a USB 2.0 port on your TV. If you're using the quad, you should be using a USB 3.0 port. Usually it will say USB 3.0, or the port will be colored blue inside, or it will say something like USB Super Speed. That's another name that's sometimes used on the TV. If your TV has one of those plugs, you can plug the USB from the lights directly into the TV. If you're unsure, or if the dimmer seems to not be working properly, you may want to use the included AC adapter to figure out whether or not it's caused by the TV. And the way to do it basically is try it on the TV. If it flickers or it doesn't seem to work properly, try the AC adapter. If that solves it, you're probably getting insufficient power from the TV. I will now plug the USB into the AC adapter, and I will plug it in just to show you what you should see. So first thing I do is I make sure that the switch is on, and it is on in the on position, but if not, when I flick it on and off, you can see here. And now I take the dimmer, I remove the piece of plastic from it, and as you can see, here is the, it's a little hard to reach with where I have the camera, but I've got further down the infrared receiver. I would place that pointing out to the edge of the TV, and as I set different brightness levels, you'll see some flickering on a video, but you won't notice that with your eyes. It's only because the frame rate of the camera does not match up with the 200 hertz of the dimmer. But again, it's not too pronounced here. And then you just find the appropriate brightness level. I will have on the instruction page a link to a pattern that you can play on your TV so you can find the appropriate brightness for these lights. And if you have any questions, at the lower right of the web page, you will find a chat button. You can click on that. That will reach me wherever I am. Sometimes it takes me a few minutes to respond, or I might be sleeping, and then I'll respond in the next morning. But please use a real email there, and I'll always be sure to respond with any questions that you might have. So I will post some photos showing different installations of how the various lights look on different TVs. But for the quad in particular, there's no one way to place it on your TV. So if you have any major questions about where you're going to put the strips, please send me a chat or shoot me an email, and I'll write back to you right away. Thank you very much, and have a great day. Bye.